So we're going to go ahead and pull this steering column off. We already have a switch here for my existing lights that were on there, and we're going to add another switch. It's just easier to go ahead and, once we're at this point, to go ahead and put the switch in there and then run all the wires off of it back down to where we ended the other wires at, because I didn't have enough wiring, even though I was sitting on there saying,
y'all need to make sure you have enough wiring.
You would think 12 feet would be enough, but I guess not. I don't know. Somehow I'm missing 2 bolts in there. Guess they fell out at some point. Pull that off. Okay, so the main thing you're going to run into if you do run on the steering column is to make sure that your wire is not in the way of your steering shaft whenever you turn, because I did have that happen. I didn't have the wire secure and the steering shaft caught it and broke it. I wouldn't advise putting a switch on the dash because you're going to get tired of hitting it. It's just, it's too far to reach. I'd rather have it up here just where I can easily reach it. So there's what turns. There's the U-joint down there. So you just want to make sure that you're not in the way of any of that. You're not impeding that. You also want to make sure that your legs aren't hitting on it. So anywhere on the bottom side might be bad because your knees are going to hit. I would say right here, here's my switch, and it's pretty flat, so the steering wheel won't hit it. I think right there is perfect, and make sure my turn signal lever's not hitting it. I think right here maybe. Well, then I won't be able to flick it. The steering wheel will be in the way. Okay, I think we came up with a pretty good spot, just right above where the existing one is at. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our switch and just kind of do a rough outline of where you want to put it. I'm thinking right there. Jeez. Make sure that looks good. Okay, so I marked where my switch was going to go. I don't like it right there, so we're going to move it back a little bit. Now, go ahead and trace around it. Geez. Okay, I'll keep changing my mind on where I want to mount this. I don't think it's going to be in the way, actually, if it's faced up like that. We're going to do it like this. And that right there, that's our outline of the outside diameter. So we need to cut it just a little bit smaller than that so it fits in there. And I don't feel like dragging out the Dremel, so we're just gonna get this and this, heat this bad boy up. I used to do this with butter knives. My mom's probably having flashbacks watching this. I'd work on car models, and there'd be places where the glue just wouldn't hold. So I'd go grab one of my mom's butter knives, heat it up on the stove, and then melt that plastic together, and it'd tear up her butter knives. She'd be all mad. She'd say, "Adam, quit using those butter knives." But man, it worked so much better than that glue. Well, there's part of it. Ah, she's getting there. Oh, nothing like the smell of burnt plastic. There it goes. There's how it turned out. All we got to do is get out a knife and just kind of scrape off the excess. Let's just see how this works, if it's even close. We're pretty close.
Oh.
I just realized I cut the wrong hole.
Well, that's not good.
We'll just have to make this one work. It is what it is. Jeez, man, come on. The other spot will just be for another switch. Y'all are probably sitting there watching this like,
Oh, you're cutting the wrong hole, dumbass.
Whatever. Boy, have to trim a lot off. I can't tell if that's a cat or a kid over there throwing a fit. Something over there going. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Jeez, where'd my switch go? I just got started today and I'm already pissed. Where's the switch? There it is. Golly. Okay, I think we finally got it. Before I stick this in there, because it's probably not coming back out as tight as it's going to go in there, might as well go ahead and get all our wires attached where we need them to go, and then we can stick it in there, make it a lot easier. All right, so we got my little cheat sheet I made up here yesterday. So the wires that go to the switch, oh, I should have wrote 2 batteries. The wires that go to the batteries, let's get them put on there first. Red goes right over here in the middle. Seem kind of loose. Now if it won't go on there really tight, you can just bite it a little bit and it'll go on there a little easier. So our other one goes over here. All right, that one's loose too. This is the side that goes to the lights, and we got a blue wire. Let's get it first. Blue goes to the top. Why are these going on there so loose? That's tight. And then the red goes on the bottom. A little bite, a little chew. And then we got these 2 that just go to each other right over here, black to black, top to bottom. Do that one. Slide over the protection thingy majig, whatever it's called. Get on there. Flip it around.
Kaboom.
Now we run those wires through the hole. Biggest ones first, so they got to run this fuse block through there if it'll fit. Hopefully it does. Maybe if I pop this cap, now it might go. Yeah, buddy. Stick our other one through there. Pull out all our slack. Set it down in there. Snap it in. Hopefully it goes. Ah, nice. So now you want to run it the same path as your other wires. We'll just put a zip tie right there. Slide it on down to where this one's at.
Oh crap.
Stick the wires in there. That's simple. Hopefully. What are you doing to me? Okay, and then just feed it on down, pull it out through the other side. Coming together. Now, the moment of truth. Will this work? It better work. Oh, you gotta put it on there, right, dummy? Okay. Looks like it works to me. I'm shocked. Put our 2 bolts back in. 1 bolt, and if you're wondering what size these are, I don't know. Now, before we proceed any further, I want to make sure this thing is not restricting any of the movement of the steering column. See, it goes out, goes in. The main thing though is the turning. I want to make sure there's nothing in the way. Looks good to me. That's a good place for it too. Right where my hand's already at. Kaboom. Now we can go ahead and take this door plate thingy off. Those aren't factory. Hell, those are roofing screws that I put in there. Gotta do what you gotta do. Pull this off. So I got this annoying little plastic fastener thingy majig back here, and the only way to pull these top out, I mean, they're annoying. You gotta get underneath that centerpiece. Do something like this to kind of pry on it. There it goes. There's the centerpiece. And then this piece, you can just kind of dig it out like that. So now we can pull off this piece. Pull off this trim here. It's kind of holding it in. Well, it's tucked like underneath the dash. That ain't coming out. It's loose enough I can at least get my wiring underneath it. Run it across the back side. Make sure it's not in the way of my clutch. Tuck it up underneath here. This is frustrating. Golly, I hate this kind of stuff. Well, we're gonna have to cut this anyway. We might as well do it right now. Make things a little easier. Now maybe we can feed it through here. Feed it through the top, all the way through here. Maybe I can pull it out on this other side. You know when I spoke earlier that I didn't have enough wire? I had the exact right amount of wire on that, boys. Don't get no better than that. So now we can go ahead and splice all these wires and get all this shit hooked up before I have to do it another day, which I probably will. There's a red and black.
Oh crap.
Well, I misspoke once again. This actually goes... My dad's probably laughing. This goes to this. It goes to the battery. So I did have enough wire. If I don't even know what I'm saying. So anyway, I didn't have enough wire. Yep, let's go ahead and splice these wires once again. Show y'all wiring 101, I guess. I don't know. But this, oh man, I didn't give it enough. I'm already messing up. Doesn't take me long. Let's cut a little more off of that. You just roll it. Pull it off. Now, put the heat shrink thingy over it. Slip that on there. Get these crimpers. Slip it in about right there. Just squeeze the crap out of it. About right there. Stick the wire in there. Squeeze. Give it a little tug test. That's good. Now, my favorite part, the heat gun. And last, oh crap, I got grass all over that. Last but not least, electric tape. So I'm going to do all the rest of these and then I'll get back with y'all. So now we have finally finished out one of the wires. Now we still got to do this one for our power. So we got to splice in some wires in between this and this. And I ran out of my little connector thingy majigs, so I gotta go to O'Reilly's, but we can at least get this piece put back in place and kind of clean up inside the cab here. Okay, well, we're finally finished up inside the cab. Now we're gonna come under here where this mess is, try to clean this up. This looks like crap. Get all these zip ties off of here. And we're putting these wires that go for the lights on the other side of this horn up here. So we don't really want to connect them directly to this, but you can do something like this. Run you one zip tie kind of loose and then run one more zip tie, just like a chain, and then get you one more zip tie and use that zip tie to go around the wires. And just cinch everything down, clip it all off, and it looks pretty good. Make sure you don't clip any of the wires. It's easy to do. Do one right here around the main loom. We've got a zip tie up here on the horn. We can use it. I can get around it. There we go. I need a new horn. This one is cheap. Cheap old plastic horn. Stabilize those wires a little better. That way they don't blow around in the wind so much. Now we need to hook up our power and our ground. And we got way too much wire, which is good. So now we're trying to get everything mocked up here. You want to make sure you take this fuse out whenever you're hooking everything up. Jeez. All right, fuse is out. See, we already got some existing wires here hooked up. There's a good ground right there. Just take that nut off. That's 9/16. Or you can go over here. Oh, look at that. Wow. We'll just use that one. And then on the back side here, we'll use this one. That's another existing one for a power. And you know, while I'm down here with this ratchet, it's a good time to check everything, make sure everything's tight. Look at that. Okay, so let's pull this one off. These things loosen up over time. Nothing you can do about it. Okay. Stick that right there, put that back on there. Okay, so we can pull off that zip tie right there, put a new one in place of it. You know what? We'll do the chain link like I showed you earlier. This looks a lot better to me sometimes. Do one here, and then one right there. Tighten her down. Well, that zip tie acts like it don't want to hold. Huh, it's a bad zip tie. Look at that. Get a new one. Just take your time on this stuff, guys. It's a process. Not that my stuff looks, you know, perfect, but it could look a lot worse. Yeah, while we're down here, might as well clip these ends, get them ready. Could even go ahead and put on the little pieces just to kind of speed up the process. There's that one. Well, I think before I bolt down this positive terminal, I'm thinking we can go ahead and cut this and get this all tied in. I'm gonna say about right here. Call that good. Separate the wires. Go ahead and splice it. Remember, red was gold, right? If memory serves me correctly. There's that one. Oh crap, I forgot the shrink thingy. Shit. Redo this. Damn it. Okay, let's redo this. And of course, you gotta tape it. Do the other one. Just tape them together. Take off this nut. Need to zip tie this real quick. Make sure it's all oriented correctly. Oh wait, well it's not. How are we gonna do this? Okay, I think we finally figured it out. Hard to get these wires oriented correctly to where, you know, nothing's gonna bind. I think we got it now though. Stuff's hard to work with.
Oh crap.
It's supposed to do that one. Come on. Would you just...
Oh my God.
See, I'm getting frustrated now. Okay, leave the red one out. See, now everything is oriented to where nothing's really binding. There's no wires that are taking a real sharp, you know, 180. Everything's kind of flowing nice, and that's what you want. Let's go ahead and we'll just zip tie this directly to it. I'm tired. Go ahead and put our nut on there for our power. Shoot, we can put that fuse in there and see if these lights work. If they don't work, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be real mad. We're gonna tighten all these up too. I'm not gonna skip on that. Put this fuse in there. Okay, should be ready. Well, moment of truth. And they don't work. Okay, we found the short. God. Okay, well, I finally figured it out. I took the steering column apart and I got out my test light, which you see right here. It didn't have power up here, so then I had to come down here to the battery. This is where I should have started. You should always start at the source and then go from there. Right there, I had a loose connection. So now we got it going, but this switch will not turn off. And I got this thing wired up exactly the way it said, and it said in the manual, it's said to hook it up to a 12-volt power source. That's what I did. It didn't say accessory source, but that seems to be what you're supposed to hook it up to. They wouldn't have given me a connection like this that hooks to a battery if it was an accessory. This switch now has constant power. That light won't turn off. So now I have to install a switch for the damn switch.
A switch for a switch.
So anyway, I'm gonna see if I got a switch. Okay, well I changed my mind on that. A switch for a switch is just ridiculous. I know I have these old radio connections. I don't have a radio in here. I listen to headphones. You see right there, that's yellow, so that's constant power. Red, that should be accessory, so you can test it. You can see right here, touching the wire, and nothing. Turn on accessory. Ah, that's loud. Touch it. We got power. So this is going to be our wire. Well, I got them all hooked up. Here's how they look. My wife's sitting here like, oh, I'm ready to go home. And then I think this is the coolest part, these little accent lights. Those look pretty tight. So we got her all figured out, boys. Just flip this switch. The light goes off now. We got her plugged into the radio wire over there. So good to go.